episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Z Garcia. Hello.
I'm Mike Delisio.
Happy Thanksgiving to you USAians.
We're a little early, but yeah.
We ain't gonna say it tomorrow. Will we?
I'm not saying it to anybody tomorrow.
No?
You get it today or you don't get it at all.
So if I see you tomorrow, you'll be like, I'll be like happy. You'll be like,
I'll be like, Merry Christmas, and then I run away. With your turkey.
Are we allowed to put Christmas decorations up tomorrow?
Are you even asking this question? Why are you feeding the trolls out there?
Because I'm a jerk.
Don't do
It's
it.
after Black Friday, but before Cyber Monday.
That's correct.
That's actually not a terrible, okay, let's get the Kickstarter.
It's on Decoration Weekend.
I'm thankful for Snake.
Deco Week.
Snake's our first one. So this is based on that
Get right into it.
That old computer game that you can. This was the first game I played on a phone.
On a Nokia
It's
phone.
the only,
Yes.
it's the only game everybody back in the day played on
Correct.
a phone.
No, you could play Memory Match.
You could?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't have that
There was
phone.
also the one that was the bomb. You had to surround the things to
That was
find
on
the
a
bomb.
computer.
No, I've also
Are you
seen
thinking
that
about
on a phone?
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper,
They
yeah.
had that on phones? Oh.
I mean, no.
Roy just straight up said no.
Look, the phone that I had in my Saab 900 back in the 80s.
Anyway,
What? I don't know.
Snake.
Yes.
So I'm automatically suspicious of this, if only because this is the game is about speed, so it's hard to do this. Also, this is not the first game to do this.
This is what
Is
I was
this
going to say.
licensed, or is this just not? Is there no copyright on Snake?
I would imagine there's not. I think
bet
it's
there's
called
not.
many different names too.
Yeah, yeah.
They are though, like putting it in italics.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're treating it like they have the rights to call this Snake, but maybe that game was never called Snake.
Well, at the bottom we'll see what they say. Maybe they'll say they have the rights to it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
this looks okay. But
Yeah.
again, there's other abstract games have done this sort of thing.
I don't hate that they're going to basically take this mechanism, which other people have used, like you said, have used, and they obscure it through some other type of theme. I don't mind that they're saying, we're making a board game version of Snake.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because it's a clean look. I kind of like the pieces, the look of the pieces.
I would need to see the feel of them.
Yeah,
they need to be
that
nice
would be
acrylic
important.
plastic.
They
for
really
me.
would. But hey, I'm not hating this.
I like the teleporting thing. There's one image, one of those animated images where they show you how it can teleport from out one way and on another way, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess we may have had some kind of an issue where I don't know why we're getting all of these comments, but it's making it sound like there was some type of a hiccup at the beginning.
Really?
What happened?
I don't know. I'm just reading all of these comments, and I'm not
Should
sure.
we put the comments on the top there, Roy? Okay, let's see. Why did the stream start in the middle?
Missed everything from the start.
Oh,
Stream appeared to start in the middle.
we don't know why, but we'll repeat.
Yes.
We hate Thanksgiving. Wait, not.
No,
what did we
What
talk
did we? What did you miss? We don't know.
I said
right?
I like Thanksgiving. Then Z said he hates Thanksgiving. Then I said you should put up Christmas lights. And then Mike said don't feed the trolls. So I decided not to repeat it when we went through it the second time.
None of this is.
Well,
Most of this is not true.
But you're missing all of the
Then
context.
we all said Happy Thanksgiving. And then we went to look at Snake. We then briefly argued about
If they
if
had the
Snake
rights
was the
to Snake,
first on the
Yeah,
cell phone.
yeah.
We
All right.
then talked about do they have the rights to Snake? We finally eventually got around to talking about the game.
Right.
Now you're caught up.
Chris says the stream is fine, but it started about 2 minutes into it.
You skipped Minesweeper.
Yeah, we don't need to revisit Minesweeper.
Wow. Okay, we don't know what happened.
Right.
I blame Nokia.
Right. I'm going to give you my my little. I don't hate this.
I don't hate this either. I think
Yeah.
it might be too slow, but I don't hate
Sure.
it. I feel like you are. I mean, they're saying it. Oh, take the fast thing and slow it down. Enjoy the fact that you can now think about it. Wait, leave it on that one for a moment. Go back up. This is cool.
Yeah.
How it goes in.
Right.
You know, it's supposed to those are teleporters, I guess. So he goes down one hole
Yeah.
and starts coming up the other one.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty neat.
It's neat. Yeah.
This might be interesting.
This is mesmerizing. I'm trying to figure out where the video starts.
Right there.
What do you mean?
He wants to see where the loop starts.
You
It
won't.
was
It's
there.
a perfect loop.
It's not. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is a bad idea.
Except
so.
you, Z. All
Okay,
right.
let's move on from the snake thing.
Bamberg, a
Let's
thrilling
move on
game
from
of
this
social
thing.
deduction. Oh, you don't like this?
No. No.
Wow.
So look, look,
No elaboration. No.
I just feel like this is such a crowded genre anymore.
It is.
It really is, and I just is this. I don't know. I don't know.
It feels like he has some good artwork and then build a game around it, for sure.
I'm surprised this is actually
Not
doing
not
as well
this
as
artwork.
it is.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the,
yeah.
It's not doing well, but it is
Right.
funding, and it's got like $4,000.
It's a very
I'm
popular.
gonna make the wild guess that the guy's very nice. He seems like he has a lot
Yeah.
of friends.
Yeah, no,
and he got him all
absolutely.
back his game.
I will tell you, the
Yeah.
people that like social deduction and it seems like they'll play almost any iteration of a social deduction game. Is that true? There are people that like Euro games, right? They might see some Euro. That one's not for me. People that are really into social deduction seem to be willing to play any social deduction game.
Which is interesting because
Yeah.
I find a lot of them are very similar. Mm-hmm. And yes, you can make that same argument for any kind of game.
Yeah.
But I think social deduction, because mechanically they are light, they're sparse, right?
Right.
Then the games end up feeling very similar, I
Right.
think.
Because it's all about the interaction. It's all about
Yeah.
creating a space for social interaction.
So that's
Yeah.
interesting, but you might be right. I think that's a good call. The people who like that will get any one of them, all
Right.
of them, yeah.
And it's not a bad theme as far as that whole witch hunt thing.
That's cool.
That works well for that type of game.
Yeah, there have been already
Yes.
social deduction games with that theme. If
Sure.
they go hand in hand, that makes sense.
Right.
This next one's a little weird.
Yeah.
Hanamikoji Geisha's Road, because
Or
it's-
Geisha's Road, yeah.
Geisha's Road, sorry. It's doing very well.
Yeah.
Except it seems like we literally have a copy on the shelf right outside this door. They sent
Yes.
me Hanamikoji and Geisha's Road. I reviewed Hanamikoji. I didn't realize that necessarily it was going to Kickstarter. If it's already produced, why are they Kickstarting it? I don't understand that. So taking that out of the equation, I think Hanamikoji is a very good game.
It's a very good two-player game. Thinky, without a lot of rules.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of those games where it's kind of agonizing decisions.
Now, I will say that at the retreat we were just at, I had both these games on the hot game shelf, and people were playing both of them. And I asked everyone I could see who played it, and almost exclusively, people liked the new one better,
Okay.
Geisha's Road, although a few people said they liked the original one better. But nobody said you should own both.
Gotcha.
From what I understand, I haven't played the second one, but everyone said they're very similar.
Well, wasn't there another one that was Hanamikoji, but it was just different characters?
It was
the
like
exact
guys.
same game.
It was guys instead of
Yes.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the exact same game.
They're the same game. Though.
Right.
They changed the theme
Yes.
from Hanamikoji to, gosh, I don't know,
I
but
can't
it's the
remember
one
what it's
I
called.
own. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
I own.
Okay. It's a really solid two-player game. You
really
split, you
is.
choose type of a thing.
I'm just saying, I heard you don't need both. But I
Yeah.
can speak to these mini expansions.
Okay.
So there's 7 mini expansions for Hanamikoji in here. They each add another set of 4 tiles.
Okay.
I'm not convinced. I shouldn't say I'm not convinced. You don't need all 7 of them.
Okay.
Each one of them adds a different tile. So instead of saying, here's 4 cards, 2 sets of 2, you pick 2 and give them to me, I might say, here's 3 cards with a split of 2 and 1. Here's 4 cards with a split of 3 and 1. They just did various things. They're just all variations. In fact, some of the tiles are in the same tile, but they're in different sets. So
Oh.
just 7 different sets.
Wow.
You don't need 7 sets. I would say I could buy 2 sets, put them in the game, and say, okay, pick one of these 3 sets.
Yeah.
I don't need 8 for you to pick from.
Right.
So I felt like that's kind of pushing it, honestly, with these expansions.
Okay.
If you could mix and match them, but you can't because
Right.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing I don't like about these sets, it's a small dislike. When you play with any of these expansions that's not the base game, you don't take a card out of the mix. You use all the cards. I like taking that card
Yeah,
out of the
that
mix.
does
not
make it-
knowing what's.
Right. That's
Like,
actually
Kind of weird. Why would they do that?
that's a pretty big part of the
I
game.
don't know.
They needed more cards to have enough variety in the tiles, probably.
Jixia Academy. Thank you, Jamie. There. That's the
Yeah,
right
that's
theme.
the one I have. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, again, this is very, very good. It's just
Good,
good,
this is on the
interesting
Queen.
two-player games.
This is on the list of games where Queen games is where it's like, hey,
Yeah, and
do
then
you need all this? And it's already produced. Why are you guys running on a Kickstarter?
they maybe, and I do think that maybe it was hard to get a hold of, and maybe this is like a reprinting plus the
Sure.
Geisha's
But
Road.
it is done, I think.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
the- I mean, the
I know
delivery
it's
date-
done. We have
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Knights and Summons, an epic role-playing game.
card game.
Sorry, an epic role-playing card game. That's why it's here. If it was
Yeah.
role-playing. I will say I have noticed when I go through these, role-playing games do really well on
They
Kickstarter.
do. They do.
Consistently
Actual
making
RPGs or RPG-themed things like this?
no RPG modules for D&D usually, or they'll say 5th edition or whatever.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
They like, you can see 500,000 projects all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I like this art here.
I like the art overall
Yeah.
in this game. I think it's good art. There's one thing I don't like, and that is they're mixing a lot of this art with pixels as the background. I'm not a fan of that. Keep it pixelated.
My big issue with this is that there are homages, and then there are things that are a little too close to the bone. Because this is like, okay, that's Shovel Knight?
Yes.
That's clearly Shovel Knight. Then you've got boss monster vibes going on too. It feels like they've taken a lot of well-known IPs, put a very subtle twist into this game. And so that does worry me a little bit, to be honest with you. It's like, okay, is the originality there?
They do
I
what you
know.
don't like. 220 damage.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm talking
80
about. I
damage.
was gonna say I don't like keep it. I didn't mean to say keep it pixelated. I don't like the pixelation as
Right.
much as I like the artwork.
Sure.
The Bigfoot's not great. The other ones are okay. But I don't like the combination is actually what I was talking about. I don't like the one figure with that kind of artwork.
Right.
And then the 8-bit background on it.
Yeah.
But you're right. They look derivative. The art style. Unfortunately, that could just be that person's style.
Also not a fan of the graphic design. It's hard to read that, and we're seeing it in big size.
That font is crazy. I hope it's not on the cards.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this theme, to be fair. Going through a dungeon. I just don't like card games with that theme. That's on me, obviously. I also am not. Nothing I'm seeing here is making me go, man, I'm going to overcome that.
Right.
I'm going to ignore that sort of dislike I generally have for these things.
And that's
because
clearly
the
a
rest
D&D
of
thing.
this is really calling to me.
Right.
Yeah, the what's that
The
called?
mimic.
Mimic,
Yeah, there's a lot of things that, to be kind, would be calling them homages. You might.
Well, we're nothing but kind on
Yes.
Crowdsurfing.
Yes.
Next stupid project.
This isn't stupid. This is good.
All right, I said it before I clicked the link.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Hang on.
Pronounce it.
The next cool-looking project.
There we go.
Mike, how does this said?
This is Karigar-e-Taj. That's my best bet.
love it.
This is one I'm surprised that is not funding a little bit more. I know we say that every week, but every week it seems like there is a project.
You know why? It
it looks like a Queen box.
Yes.
Yeah.
That does not look like a new company. That I'm like,
Yeah,
I've
but
seen that company
Queen
before.
tends to do pretty well on Kickstarter, and this is, doesn't have some of the other issues Queen
Maybe it's a
games do
first
have to.
created. I think it's from a husband and wife duo. It's their own thing. It could be people just being a little skittish. This looks great.
I think it looks really good.
I think it's a really nicely presented Kickstarter. It
Yep.
looks interesting. I like what's going on in it. I like the iconography.
Yep.
Seems like it's not the heaviest game, which
Right.
is good. I'm on board for that.
Yep.
There's nothing about this I disliked.
Yeah, if this was in front of me, I'd play it right now.
Yeah, cool theme.
Yep.
Seems interestingly talked about. Nice bits. I hope they're well produced. That obviously we don't know.
Right.
But I would play this, absolutely.
Yeah, no,
Is this from India?
I think this is from an
It
Indian
is.
man.
Yeah.
That-
Bang,
okay,
Bangalore.
well then
Indian couple, I'm sorry.
I'm really
Bangalore.
cool with that. I like that idea then. That's a neat to see something coming from a different place.
Yeah, no, I think it looks really good. It kind of gives me a throwback vibe of kind of like those classic mid-weight Euros, right?
Yeah.
It really kind of gives me that vibe. So
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it. It's a nice cover, too.
it is a really nice cover.
All right.
Screen printed wooden meeples. I'm in 100%.
Yeah.
The next amazing project.
Okay.
Thor's Cliff.
Mark
way,
did a
I love how they specify, right, a non-cooperative board game.
Yes.
This guy's exposure to board games has been, I guess, largely cooperative, or he
Maybe.
thinks, oh, I better tell people this isn't a co-op. It's like, no, not co-op is the norm, you know.
I do like the graphic design of this, actually.
I think the box cover and the art is neat.
Yeah.
That I can get into. The gameplay itself, I don't get a really strong impression that it's one that I would be in love with. I would certainly try it. But I do like the look of it. I like the graphic design.
Yeah. I like the black and white. I like the style, the vibe. I don't like the board. The board, I do think, kind of clashes with the Ragnarok black and white
And
thing.
the minis, too.
I'm getting some conflicting tones. I don't think I would enjoy this game, unfortunately.
I wonder if I would. I don't know that I like the only thing I don't like is the terrain. The combat where you're chucking dice looks fun.
Yeah.
The miniatures, they don't match that terrain.
That's
These
what
miniatures
I'm
look
getting.
amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
the miniatures
That's what
don't
I'm
match the
saying.
terrain.
There's a tonal mismatch here. Those are cool looking.
Those are
though.
really neat looking.
I think the terrain has a...
Got to where the wild things are look almost.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah,
I like
don't,
that too.
It's a bold choice, but I think it works. I like
The
that.
terrain clashes. When you get to that image, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks almost kiddish, that terrain.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And also, it's 1 to 3. That's interesting.
That's really odd, but
That's-
it makes sense for a abstract game. And to be honest with you, if that's really the way it plays well, then I applaud that.
Oh,
You
I
know,
agree.
Don't stick a
Tell us what
4-player
your
on
game
there.
is.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. World Auto Racing.
This is the week of racing, Tom. I know that I'm doing a little foreshadowing here, but there's like 3 different racing games this week.
I was going to say, I think racing's a tough genre to do.
It is. It's underserved, actually, I think.
That's
think
because
so.
it's really difficult to make a racing game that feels like a race.
That's my
and doesn't
biggest
bog
issue.
down.
Most board game racing games, my biggest beef with them is they don't feel like a race. They feel slow, and I don't want that, in a racing game.
But this is not actually a board game.
No,
is
it's
it?
a
Is it more of
card
a
game.
card game?
It's a card game, yeah. Where you play cards, you change the terrain.
Yeah.
It says that you kind of are holding off to play a terrain or a modifier because if the other player plays one, they replace yours. There's only one active ever.
Gotcha.
And then you try to utilize those things to match your car to get ahead.
Right.
It's a card game with a racing theme.
What about those foil cards?
I hate foil
I
cards.
don't like the foil
But I
cards.
get it.
This right here gives me flashbacks to the 90s when I was collecting. I collected non-sport cards.
Okay.
So if it was non-sport, I'm interested. This looks like the kind of card you collect. That doesn't look like a game.
No.
As much as I'm like, ooh, the foil doesn't help.
Trading card.
You know
yeah.
what this actually reminds me of? I used to own a little bit of a collectible card game. This was a long time ago. Acceleracers.
I never played that one.
Collectible card game.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is based on the Acceleracers is Hot Wheels. It was a Hot Wheels trading card game.
Really? It was branded Hot Wheels.
It was branded Hot Wheels. Acceleracers is a Hot Wheels
Product.
under brand or
Okay.
whatever.
Interesting.
And this looks just like that. The same thing. The car,
Wow.
the Hot Wheels animation,
You
so
almost-
a few tags,
I
a
wonder
few
if
things.
the designers was familiar with that. Maybe.
Maybe,
You know what I mean?
maybe.
I don't like the foil.
No.
I don't like how small the text is, especially in these
No.
cards. That's insanely small text on that card.
It is.
Yeah.
And also, it's a collectible card game. So I'm not.
I don't think it is. Is it a collectible card game?
I don't know. I don't.
5 pre-built decks.
It might be just a modifiable game, but I
Right.
don't think it's a CCG.
Yeah.
I think you get it all. I don't think there's any collectability to it.
Okay.
You get a car. You get a car. You get.
I love the card
you-
illustrations, to be honest. I do like the illustrations of the cars themselves.
Okay, you're right. He says you get all the cards.
Yeah.
But I don't... This is not a game that's really speaking to me. I think you have to be super into racing games, drifting games, whatever, all that stuff,
All right, now listen.
It looks like
so
they're
he
gonna
says
go
it's not
into it.
pay to win.
Right.
Our interest in collectability, blah, blah, blah. They want to make rare cards that are just different styles.
Oh, they're saying you have to buy 2 copies to have everything.
It says that?
If you buy 2 copies, you'll have full playing sets of all the cards.
How's that
Okay.
possible?
I don't know.
Well, because some cards are only seen because you can deck build. It's the same thing that living card games do.
Got it.
Resurgence.
Oh yeah, baby, post-apocalyptic goodness.
Not only post-apocalyptic goodness.
It's a Euro game.
The thing that drew me into this is the designer.
Here we go. Talk about it.
So it's there you go. Stan Quarter. I don't want to mess up his last name. Kordonsky has done. He's kind of come out of nowhere for me. I like a lot of the games he's done.
Rurik is good.
Yes.
Yeah. Dice Hospital,
Good.
I like a lot.
Yes.
He did Lockup.
Excellent.
I like a lot.
Yes.
The Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria, which is one of
know
the
what that
best of
is.
that series.
Keep going.
Really good. I think those are the main ones
Old
I've
West
played.
Impresarium.
Love it.
That's
Yeah.
the one he likes.
So
You told all the ones except the one he likes.
This guy quit while he's behind.
he's like, to me, like a rising star, in my opinion. I really like his games, and I think this is his design studio that he's starting with this game. That's the impression I get.
Not loving the name of it. Half a Kingdom Games. Will
Well,
you give it? Like, I'll
don't
give
know.
half a kingdom for this game.
Maybe.
I don't know what that means either. Yeah, but
I'm liking the look of
I
this.
agree, Mike.
a lot.
This looks good. I wonder if it might be a little too Euro-y for me. If I did not know his previous games, I might look at this and think, love this theme. I love the whole, there's mutants and post-apocalyptic stuff. But man, the images make it look dry and like I want a little more pizzazz from my theme.
Okay.
However, having played some of his stuff, like Old West Impresario, yes, they're dry, but he knows how to throw in some fun bits of theme.
Right.
So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This looks excellent.
Yeah, some bag building, some base building. I'm definte interested in this
Yeah,
one.
and again, the theme is just going to be a little seasoning on top for me.
Icing on the Euro cake.
So his wife is involved. This Oleg Volodin, artist.
Good stuff. Oh, and it's a Russian artist, and
Yeah.
the game is set in Russia.
And graphic designer, yeah.
That's very cool.
I agree.
Yep. Cool. All right. Yeah, now we're on to my kind of stuff. Jingle dice.
Go ahead, talk about it, Tom.
All right.
So are these going to be fulfilled
No,
in the
this
next
is
month?
this is a.
You got this in February.
Look, I actually like John Rott, and I like the stuff he does. He does halfsies dice. That's his big.
I remember you
that's
talking
his
about
big
his
shtick
stuff.
here.
Okay,
These
got it.
are. They have a little Christmas doodad on the one.
There's
guy.
a hat.
Yeah.
There's a little Santa hat on those. There is
cute.
menorah on one on the Hanukah dice.
I like that they didn't go over the top. To me, these still look classy. You know what I mean?
That's like
He says
Holly,
December
right?
2021,
Oh, yeah.
which makes me think they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So
These are nice looking. I think they're relatively
actually, I like
easy
the
to
Hanukkah.
read.
That symbol is pretty slick.
the menorah.
The menorah.
Yeah, I think that
it's
looks
nice.
good. Also, I like that color, the snow color.
I like those the best. I think those are the nicest color.
Yeah.
This ain't bad. This
They're
is
fine.
again. This
There's
is
a few. It
this
sounds
is
like
not
they're made.
really a Kickstarter again,
No,
right?
Yeah.
they're done. They're made. He has a limited amount.
Right.
$36 to get all 3 sets.
That's fine.
I
That's
think
good.
that's not bad.
You're
That's
doing
about
it,
right.
aren't you? You're doing it.
No one said I'm doing
Make
it.
it happen.
Do not read into what I'm doing.
You're getting these dice.
Starfighters, Rapid Fire, real-time dice placement game. There's a lot of these actually these days.
This looks just like Star Clickers. That font.
It's not, but I'll tell you what.
Start clickers?
Yeah, it's a new game.
This is clearly looks like they're going for Star Fox.
Yes.
Come on, look at that
Well,
cover.
the
and
one-
everything.
roll.
The one, yeah, that image.
Yes.
There's a part where they show that cat-looking thing.
You mean Rocket?
No, well, the one that looks like Star Fox.
Oh, gotcha.
In the video, it must have been. And they
Yeah.
show him, and I'm like, whoa, that's Fox.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I will say these miniatures look okay. Then they paint them, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they're all
they look great
Right,
painted.
yeah.
pre-rendered. I mean, this is just rendering, you know.
Yeah, they can be painted. I'm like,
Sure.
what? But they just look pretty good. I like Alley Cat. They're trying to do stuff with dice a lot. We just talked about one of their games, Dice Hospital.
Yeah, I like Dice Hospital. The real-time aspect of this has me basically not interested.
imagine how I feel.
Right. Space.
I'm more
real
interested
time.
than you guys. I mean, one of my favorite
agree.
games is real-time dice rolling, Project
Yeah.
Elite.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah, this. I understand. I
You
can
don't even
see.
hate it that much.
I can see that this is potentially very appealing. It's not appealing to me though.
I like Alley Cat also, and this looks good. It just does not look like the kind of game I like.
Right.
To be fair, it's a well put together page.
Sure.
It seems like the game is well thought up and finalized. Mm-hmm. I like the style of the critters and all that. I got no problems with this.
Yeah.
Except for I don't like real-time dice rolling games.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this.
That's all.
You know, this actually really doesn't look too different in some ways from Jeff's game.
Space Cadets
Space Cadets
Dice Duel. Yeah.
Because that also has a ship moving around on the board
You're right.
based on this. Except
right.
that was a team game. This looks more individual.
Yeah.
Which
This
I think
is more like
I
a
would like better.
Teen Wolf kind of vibe.
Teen Wolf.
That's not worth the joke. Let's
No.
move on.
Elementile.
CCG.
CCG. Okay, this one is definitely a collectible card game because there's 582 cards.
Two-player game.
This reminds me of another
582
collectible card game I
cards.
used to own
Really?
called Zeko, Xeko,
Okay.
which was about animals
Wait, I played this one.
and conservation.
Yes.
And it had the same arrows pointing at things from the card, and you would try to like maintain balance of animals. They sold it at museums and stuff.
Here's the thing. If I look at the top of this card.
Yes, it's a fiery salamander.
No, but if I look at just the top, I'm like, that's pretty good. If I look at the bottom, I go, oh, it's a collectible card game.
Right.
And it's even more noticeable on these units.
It is.
The heroes, that looks good. Having that upper border be gone
Yeah, right. That's
helps
a good idea.
a lot.
Yeah.
It makes it look more modern. When you put that border back on, like it does for the units and spells, suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, it's a CCG.
There's a card frame, a very strong card frame.
Yeah, I think they could have cut that card frame.
Right.
I agree. You know what? I don't like the look of this one nearly as much as I liked the one that you said looked like Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
I don't like this look as much.
Gotcha.
But this sounds more robust. Mechanically, this seems like this works. This idea of moving, fighting.
Right.
If you can get to the back of the enemy's line, you'll hurt them directly.
Right.
As I was watching the videos and seeing what was going on, I'm like, okay, it sounds like there's more game than the usual CCG that's like a rip-off of Magic.
Right. Yeah, I am so not a
good.
CCG player. That's just me as a gamer.
You've played Magic the Gathering.
I saw you play
I
Magic.
saw you playing it live.
I've played multiple CCGs. It's just these are not the
I
type
don't
of
think
games
so.
I pretend to like.
Pretend to like?
I
Wow.
pretend to like. I don't
Jeez.
tend to like them. I actually don't even pretend to like them.
Wow, okay.
So
Well,
when-
I'm
so
sorry I
earlier
taught
when-
you Magic the Gathering. Mike.
What did you say? You
Look,
liked that game?
He was like,
he pretending?
this is so fun.
I was miserable every
right.
moment. No.
I think this is the biggest Kickstarter of the week.
Yeah, 500,000.
Hegemony, lead your class to victory. Hegemony. Is that really how you pronounce it?
Yes.
All right.
This I don't understand at all,
I'm
guys.
very-
$500,000 for this game. I
I'm
don't get it.
very, very surprised. First created game, right?
Yes.
With a theme that honestly is pretty niche, right?
Yes.
$500,000.
And I just don't care for this theme.
All right.
See,
well,
you said it was
I like
a racing.
this
You said it
theme.
was a racing week. I
Yeah.
think it's a socialist class week.
There
this
is that,
one,
too.
there's another one later on about like your social standing and whether
Right.
you're like There's a lot of games that toe this
There are.
genre or this I guess sphere.
This one actually has me very intrigued.
Yeah, no, I'm actually a little more.
Really?
This is
Yes.
I'm more
I
interested in
like
like this
politics.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind that because it doesn't seem like this one is really necessarily. I don't know. I can't get the impression if there's any type of an agenda it's pushing or not.
No,
I don't
I'm
get
not
that
getting
impression.
that either. It just looks super boring.
I don't know.
I don't know.
These resources look great.
Guys are great. Put them in a post-apocalyptic game,
I
and
would
now we're
Oh,
talking.
boo!
No,
I
I
don't
would-
want to talk about. Oh, I represent the middle class, and I'm gonna go over here. And
Here's the
start
deal, though.
a
I do agree.
lobbyist.
If I play this and this is agenda pushing, I'm much less interested. If it's not, if it's kind of just trying to be a little bit more standoffish and just have class versus class, I'm on board with
No,
that.
I would absolutely. I would absolutely try this
I don't
one.
think it is.
I would try this one for sure. I think my.
Do we
honestly,
know who the
my,
designer of this is?
I don't know. It says first created, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's their first.
They also sent this apparently to everyone in
everybody.
existence.
Yeah.
So,
Got one?
to everyone important in existence.
Oh, snap. See, somebody.
you get one?
Somebody here says Pillar Angel
Oh
gets
no.
it.
No.
here it
That
is.
game designer has.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Vangelis.
Yeah, he's done. I'm familiar with some of his games. I can't think of them.
Oh,
off the top
wait,
of my
I know
head.
one. I
Vangelis.
think I know one.
Yeah. That's a loaded.
Too slow. Freedom. Among the Stars,
Okay, I've played
Kitchen Rush, Fields of Green, Dice City.
I've played, yeah.
Among the Stars.
Sure
is
you
his
want to do that? Let's see.
I've played Among the Stars. I've
Among the
played
Stars,
Dice City.
Fields of Green.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, wait. I think I know where this is
Yes,
going.
I think that's his.
Oh, Pursuit of Happiness. Pursuit of Happiness he does too.
Yeah, you want to keep going?
What's the game, Z? What's the one?
Sing it. I think you might be wrong, actually.
I think I'm right.
I think you're wrong. Okay. Mike doesn't know what we're talking about.
do
Okay,
not
we'll
know
check
what you're
later.
talking about,
Okay,
We're talking about Artipia games, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Oh, I bet I know what you're talking about.
Okay, but what's
I
the
think
other
that's
designer?
his, yeah.
So let's take a look at the other designer. Oh, did it go into the top? Why would it do that? Oh, no, it didn't.
I thought it said that was the only designer, no?
No, it's a co-designer. I just picked him
okay.
because I knew his name. The other designer here is Varnavis Timothou. That name is...
I
Not as
don't
familiar.
recognize it, but see, somebody said in the comments, "Ew, school," and that's my sentiments.
Okay.
This game feels like not like I like.
This is his
fun.
only
That's
game.
the only game. Okay.
Okay. All right, well, I'm kind of interested in it. Again, oh, come on now. Really, we're going to pull the ill school thing when I've been playing stupid trading in the Mediterranean for 700 games?
No, I'm not worried.
Really?
That doesn't bother me. I think the theme, at least the way it's handled here, looks interesting. I mean, look, you've got people that are actually, and that's maybe that's going to feed into the school thing, but it looks like you have people that have some
Actually,
knowledge.
that actually bothers me more.
Yeah.
I don't care one whit how much political science people you have in your game. I want to know, is the game fun?
Well, sure, but I don't think that they have to be mutually exclusive.
They are usually,
Met
though.
any political
I'm
scientists?
just saying. I have, but I'm just saying they don't have to be.
You actually have.
I actually have met political
Okay, well
scientists.
that
yes.
bothers me to know.
Well, I
that.
went to college, and
Stop
didn't you
talking to me.
go to take any
Wow,
poli-sci classes?
he's college shaming you.
I'm just saying, didn't you take any poli-sci classes?
No, I don't know what either one of those words mean.
Alrighty.
Poli-sci or classes.
Okay.
Anyway, I think this looks really interesting. Shut up. Another racing game, Megapulse.
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 This popped up on my Facebook feed weeks ago. And when
Yeah.
I first saw it, I thought, is this an electronic game?
It does look like
Because
that.
when
It
I
does.
looked at that, I was like, do I get to race cars? And I
But
was
to
like, oh,
me,
it's a board game.
I will say, this looks like a race game that's gonna hopefully play quickly, which is what I want.
Are you allowed to do this?
Apparently.
Because usually that's what you let the reviewers say.
Yeah. I kind of like the look of this as far
I
as a
think you're
racing
allowed to
game.
mention something
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as it doesn't look like their font and
Right.
you're not putting it in your game. They're
Yeah.
allowed to mention it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope this is good because it does kind of give me that feeling of a fast-playing
If it is,
racing
I'm on
game.
board. Okay, this
I
one
like the hover car
has me
idea.
very interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's not.
It's taking forever to load, but you may have to even refresh the page to get the animated stuff to work. But
Now, of all the things they were mentioning there, Tom, and they were like, bring this to your table, bring
Yeah.
this. Which one's your favorite?
Of those?
I'd have
Of
to
all
see
the
which
ones
one.
that were flashing through.
Oh, Mario Kart.
Mario Kart,
but
probably.
This looks like F-Zero, not Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It looks like, to me,
looks like Rainbow Road a little bit of Mario
Wipeout.
Kart. Yeah, they mentioned Wipeout too.
That's my favorite of all those futuristic floaty ones.
Well, that's the thing. Mario Kart isn't futuristic float.
It is when I play it.
Yeah.
No, F-Zero is the one I played in this. I love the look of
I
this.
do too,
So
actually.
colorful.
I actually do like it. It's vibrant, and to use one of my pet words, it is garish, but it works, I think, for this theme.
Okay.
Didn't realize one of your cats was named Garish.
Twisted Fables Epic
That's a
Collection.
good name for a cat, actually.
This
Garish
one's
is
doing,
not bad.
this
I
one's
tell ya.
doing decently. Now, this is based on a thing, right? Twisted Fables.
Now,
It's like an IP.
It sounds familiar,
it does. But
and the font looks familiar, but I couldn't
Right.
place it.
you said it's doing well. I'm kind of surprised it's not doing better because it's based off of an IP, but
What is this? What is Twisted Fables?
Okay, so this is a two-player.
played it.
It's a fighting game, Street Fighter
okay.
style thing. So that's what you're doing. You're picking these fighters, and these really, I'm not loving these. I don't love the artwork in this one.
Yeah.
Straight up,
Very
this feels
dark.
like, it's not just dark, it also feels like a throwback artwork.
It does.
It does.
It's
does.
like,
That's
come on, guys,
problematic.
it's 2021 now.
Yeah, I'm not loving the look of this
This
at all.
is Twisted Fables a fighting video game or something?
Well, no, but here's the thing, and they're doing this, and I'm sick of this.
You should Google Twisted
I
Fables,
am-
because I'm not familiar.
I'm afraid to Google
yeah,
Twisted
you're probably
Fables.
right. Why don't you do it
I
on
am
your phone?
Hey,
sick.
James Earl Jones, what is Twisted Fables? I didn't do anything.
It's like you named your phone James
Did you
Earl
update?
Jones.
You must not update it to the newest OS. That's why.
Anyhow, I'm sick of this whole fairy tale, but they're
Yeah.
actually kick butt fighters.
Right.
That's not a thing anymore. It's
Yeah.
been done many times.
It has been. Yeah.
And it's been done in board games at
has.
least 7, 8, 9 times now.
Yes.
So, I
It's
don't know.
definitely it's getting to be overdone.
It's also,
It's nothing, guys.
Look at them.
It's just the board game
Oh.
stuff.
again, I really
But it is
dislike these
inspired.
models.
It's inspired by classic 2D video games, but there isn't one called
Okay.
Twisted Fables.
So then maybe I'm not surprised that it's not.
I
doing
might be
well.
off base, but these all feel like they're very objectified.
Someone was
My.
saying it. We've already
Is that
looked
a-
at it.
We already looked at this?
Well, like a year and a half ago, apparently.
Oh,
Oh, I probably said the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
okay. Well, there you
I
go.
hope I said the same thing. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I'm not interested in this
Nah.
at all. All right.
Nah.
Class War. This one Z was alluding to earlier. The Jacobin board game. Now, I was talking beforehand, I normally try to not. Sometimes we don't talk about Kickstarters that are very, very, very controversial because I just
Right.
don't feel like it.
Right.
Yes.
This one does not seem to be that way, although at first you were like, well, what does it matter? It's actually run by the Jacobin Society.
Yeah.
It is. I know. So they do have a
This is an agenda, right?
They
Even though they
picked-
say it's not, but
they have an opinion. The
Sure.
magazine has a specific outlook.
Right.
I like the art.
It's doing well.
It's doing very well.
115,000 so far, and I like the artwork too.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like I don't want to say Cards Against Humanity, but it's maybe an Exploding Kittens
yeah,
kind of game with
Right.
a little more to it.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I think so.
I think
yeah.
Exploding Kittens is a very simple game, very
Mm-hmm.
light and straightforward. This seems to have a little bit more happening,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this game probably has a decent agenda.
Right. Yeah.
Looks good.
Does it? I don't know. I'm not sure. how I
I'm
feel
less
about it.
interested.
I think it looks
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
For what it is, I
Right.
think it's all right looking.
Okay.
Well, here's one I am interested in. The
Yeah.
Nano 9 games. I don't like that name. Railway City Planner and Empire. I think these look cool.
I love the graphic design, but it's Todd Sanders, I think, who's doing the graphic design, and I love his aesthetic.
You do?
I think
Okay.
he's I really like his graphic design just in general. But it can be divisive, like Mr. Cabbage Head's Garden. I love that. Not everyone does.
I like the look.
Pulp Detective. I love the look of that. You know what I mean? I like his aesthetic.
By the way, I
like
really
his-
I don't like what they did there. It says 1 9 nano game plus 2 9 nano games plus 3 9 nano games equals, can't read that, 9 nano games.
Yeah, I guess what they're saying is you can take those first
Where are you looking
three.
at that? Oh.
You basically combine those first three to get those three games become Empire Planners.
I get that, but what is that before the 9? Is that a 4? Is it a 5? Is it a...
I don't
it
know.
looks like a fly, a mosquito
look.
that got squashed in the wall.
I can't read it. Yeah. Oh.
C1?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, C1, that's what it is.
Okay.
Mosquito squashed on the wall.
I'm going with it. Okay, that's fine. I just said, again,
It's a
that,
neat idea.
I think it's a
get
neat
it,
idea,
You
yeah.
know,
No, I'm okay with that. I'm just talking about the graphic. Yeah, so the nano games, what is it? I bet it's small. 9 cards, 9 dice, 9 cubes. Here's where I get a little worried. I
Yeah.
hate when you constrain yourself to this very specific thing and then make multiple games. I would be willing to bet one of these games is going to be terrible. Straight up. It always happens.
I don't know if I can say one of them is going to be terrible, but I can guarantee you I'll say about at least one of them.
This is clearly the
I
best.
wish it had 3 more cards.
Yeah, maybe.
And they didn't put them in there, even though I know they invented more cards for it, and they had to stick with this.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's that artificial limitation. If at
Right.
any point it hurts you, you've got to get rid of the artificial thing.
Limitation, yeah.
Put a couple of extra cards in there if it makes the game better.
Right.
That's the issue, you know?
Yeah.
I
Great
like
art.
the graphic
I
design
do
on
too.
these as well.
Yep,
I don't
yep.
think I'll like these games, to be fair, but I like the graphic design.
Also, there's 9 more games, 6 not designed. If I'll say it if I'm wrong when these
Yeah.
come in. I might be proved wrong. I might be like, all 3 are great. The combo's great. I'm suspicious because it very rarely ever happens.
Yeah, I'm very open-minded about these. I hope they're good. I want to say the player counts are pretty limited. I want to say
know
most of
that-
these are 2-player games, right? 1 or 2, is that
They
right?
probably have to be because they're so
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
It better be
know
10
that-
plus players.
Alvin
VR.
there is a very good designer.
Yeah, didn't he do, what's the...
Small City.
Did he do Clinic also?
I don't know if Clinic is his.
No, Clinic is his.
Okay, that's what I thought.
See, then this has me more
He
worried.
is a
Because Small City,
thinky.
A,
Yeah.
wasn't small.
No.
No, but he is like a robust Euro game
he did do
designer. If you
Clinic,
like
right.
his stuff, you like his stuff.
Right.
But I don't like his stuff.
Then you
mostly.
don't like his stuff. I don't know
Thanks-
how more plainly to put
That's
this.
Captain Obvious. All right. Another racing game. Race Formula
Another
90,
one.
which would be
Another
great
one.
if it was 90,000 when we looked at it, because it's close.
But this
Nearly.
is a high goal. They were looking for 73 grand, and they have hit it.
Now, this is an older game from Gotha Games, and now I'm starting to wonder if I've reviewed this game.
Ah.
How's that possible, Thomas?
Well, because it's
It's a
the second edition.
Okay.
How could you possibly reviewed second edition though?
I mean
It's
the
not-
first edition.
Oh, you got to be specific.
Wasn't this on our shelf at one
It
point?
may have been, Tom.
Because this cover looks really familiar.
It does.
But I don't remember playing this.
This one is clearly appealing more for people that are, Formula One racing fans. It looks like it's going for more of a simulation type of a vibe.
I do like Gotha Games, though. They make some pretty clever things. This is their first Kickstarter, so that's interesting.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we sent this
They're
to
using
Graham.
real tracks. Again, I feel like they're going for more of a kind of a sim vibe to it. I mean, maybe not, but
What's it called?
Race.
It has a
Formula
Race
90.
Formula 90, something like that.
Yep, there you go.
I
There's your
reviewed
review.
it, and only 3 years ago.
Wow. All right.
Well, that's a preview.
It says.
Wow.
Oh.
I previewed it?
This is review, man.
Oh, no, that's just I reviewed it.
Preview of your review.
Yeah. Dice Tower
Yeah, it says
Judgment.
preview on there for the video. They're
Dice
gonna,
Tower Judgment is
Forgettable.
obviously forgettable.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh,
watch.
seal of approval,
7.5.
7.5.
Are we doing this? We're watching one of your videos.
Shut up. I know I've seen this before. Oh, I do remember this now. Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
That's what did it.
There we go.
No, that is what it was. It was good.
You gave it a seal of approval.
Let's feel gas after that.
You rated it a
yeah.
7.5.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a little forgettable though if I haven't remembered it. I remember how it works now because you're moving around those corners and the different spots you land in matter on racing it. All right.
Why don't we just do that? You look up games and then we Google your review of it and
like
watch it together.
I like it.
That's a little embarrassing.
We'll just do a little, we'll do like Mystery Science Theater, right?
Oh my word. Wow. I'm going to have to drop my rating at least half a point because if it fell off my radar
If you don't
that
remember it,
fast,
yeah, I mean-
where I almost didn't remember it, it can't be that
To
good.
be fair, this is a forgettable name.
It is.
Nothing about it is like it's Formula One, and
Yeah.
that's all you get.
Right.
There's no other hook. It's not Formula One zombies.
Right.
There's nothing extra and crazy.
Right.
All right.
So I get it.
Okay. Axe and Sickle playing cards, Arsenal series. This is doing tremendous for a
170
deck of
grand.
cards.
I don't really like these.
I was about to say, let's get C's reaction,
I'm
but
not a
you're
big
I
you're
don't
fan.
like
done.
them.
Nah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
Why do they spend so much time showing boxes?
That should tell you something.
They're collectible things.
Yeah,
This is
but
almost a
if
more
it's cards,
like no one plays cards with these. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
you're ruining my thoughts.
Okay, go ahead. What was your thought?
I was gonna be like, does anyone play with these as cards?
Oh, no.
The answer is no.
No, these are collectible, and maybe people will use them to like do a flashy,
I like these.
fanning them or something.
I don't like I like these. The white, the green on white. I think that looks good.
Okay.
Wow, that was a look down your nose. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Say it again.
I liked how these look.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
I don't think I like the color on the black as
I
much.
don't
though.
like black decks is the problem. black edges on the front, or and especially cards that are fully black on the front and the back. I just don't. I'm not a fan. I tend to avoid those. I have a few, but I tend to avoid them. I don't like the cord cards. I don't like the pips. They have sci-fi looking pips on these.
Yes, I think they're fine.
I don't like them. I don't like the idea of like the series of weapons or whatever is cool, but I don't really like anything about them. No, I'm not jiving with. Cards are oftentimes about a feel, like a vibe.
What are we doing here?
I'm letting him go on for a second. I want to see when I reviewed this, because I think someone mentioned it might not be 3.
He was listening to you 0%.
No, because you were saying you didn't like everything. That got boring after a while.
After the 3 seconds I spoke, yeah.
It's been 7 years since I reviewed this.
Instead.
7 years. That
7 years.
makes
no,
more
I'm
sense.
about it. Go back to talking about your hate of the game.
I'm done.
All right, look, can we get another numbered list of the things you didn't like?
No.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right. We didn't like the
next?
cards. No one liked the cards.
Possibly cool Dice Towers 2.
It's an STL pack, right?
We actually talked. I very much remember the first time we went through
we
these,
did.
the first
We did.
one.
Yeah.
They have really cool dice towers, and we never bothered to print out any of them. They all look great.
Yeah, but they're,
Actually,
They don't give you a dice tower. They give you files to print
STL
it.
files, I think.
Yeah, but
You might be able to print. You might be able to
they're
buy
really
printed
well
ones.
designed. I would like to print some of these actually.
Sure.
This
sure.
one looks really cool. This Damage Ex Machina, because it's one of those Plinko ones.
Yeah.
All right, which one looks the best? I'm getting this one, this Demonic Tutor, and putting it on
Demonic
your
Tutor.
desk.
I like that. Yeah.
Zeevil.
He's a man.
Portal maybe looks the coolest.
Oh, here she goes.
I like that one.
Yeah, these they
don't
brought
know.
back 4 from Cool
I like the
Towers
ones
1.
with that one's cool with the teeth as the front. Not that one. The one below it. That one.
I probably
Oh,
like.
the goblins?
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
cool.
all right.
These would have to be painted, or you could just print them
Yeah.
in like different colored plastics.
I'm not loving any of these.
I'm
but
really
I'm not.
not.
You know,
They're
whatever.
okay.
They're so ornate. It's not.
Yeah.
I love them, but you would never really use it as a dice tower.
It's a decoration.
Yeah.
But for us, that would be good.
Yeah.
The Young Board Game Scratch poster. So this is on GameFound. I added this before it launched when I sent these links out to you.
Okay.
And I'm mind-boggled how poorly this is doing.
Are you?
I like this. And, well, these guys did the poster for us a couple years ago on our Kickstarter.
They did.
This one is specifically aimed towards kids, and they just picked some very hot games for kids from BGG, which I don't think is necessarily the best place to go look for kids games.
Sure.
But yeah, it's not doing well at all. The scratch posters are really fun.
Yeah, I like the scratch
These are
posters.
neat. And these
obviously.
guys have very good quality.
They do.
I agree. This is strangely. This is strangely not doing well. It's not getting exposure. I don't know what it is. This would make a really cool gift for a kid that is either starting to get into board games or plays with you, and you can then use this to be like, what do you want to try next? You know, let's discover these things.
The one thing I might say that I would have done differently is I would not have put 32 games.
Well-
I would have put 32 goals
Right.
because kids don't collect games.
Right.
Sure.
Also, they probably picked the wrong games. I think that's the problem. There should have been. You should have had Lisboa on there. Should have had ASL.
Wait,
Should have had.
does your 10-year-old play Lisboa?
My 10-year-old beats me frequently at Lisboa.
My
And in fact,
10-year-old said Lisboa was too simple.
Oh,
and they stopped
see?
playing it 5 years ago.
Your 10-year-old and my 10-year-old needs to play. What do they need to play together? What's the
ASL.
There we go. ASL.
Come on, Mike, you need to be.
I know. That's just a little.
Thanksgiving's almost here.
Yeah.
The holidays are upon us.
Yes, correct. No, this is a neat idea, and that just kind of brought to mind my annoyance at the whole. My 4-year-old plays Lisboa.
Well, they don't. What are is on here?
Yeah, what is on there? That's a good question.
Let's see what we can see here. Can I zoom
you
in
zoom
on the
in?
games?
Can you go down? Maybe there's a picture.
Here's some. Shot and Totten? That's not a kid's game. Baron Park? Wait, that can't be.
It's,
Sprawlopoulos? That can't be the kid's game.
it might be for little. Yeah, I mean, not just necessarily for little kids.
Sprawlopoulos?
Yeah.
What young board gamers are we talking about?
Yeah, I am wondering about that.
Maybe I should get one of these for myself.
Correct.
Do they list the
Do
games
they list
anywhere?
the games? That's a good question.
They don't. Well, maybe that's what it is then.
Could
Like
be.
they're not really clear. Like, who's a young board gamer? Is it someone who's 20? Like, is it someone who's new to board games? No, it says
Right.
for 8+-year-old kids. I'm not. My 8-year-old ain't playing Sprawlopolis.
Yeah,
Huh.
This is a touchy subject among people because anytime you bring up this, people are always like, well, no, my 6-year-old does play the. I'm like, okay.
Well, it's garbage. I don't care. That's garbage. Let kids be kids.
I agree 150%.
Kids like playing Vitalis Surtigan.
With their dad, who's like sitting there going, "You're enjoying this, right?"
I have a friend who's going to be giving birth in a few months, and I'm already pre-ordering Weather Machine for the birth.
Put it
gift.
in the crib.
That's correct.
All right. The ultimate adjustable board game backpack,
Okay.
which
It's doing well.
it
Good.
is,
It is.
but I was like, oh, these must be people who make backpacks.
Yeah.
So I went and looked at what else they do.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Hey, we did those chopsticks.
No.
We
Yes, we
covered
did, because
that.
they remember they're the little.
We covered that.
They turn it.
Oh. Okay, so they make a bunch of stuff.
They
They
do, but
do.
this is the first time they've come into board games.
Yeah.
Well, get back out, unless your
Well,
kid plays Vitalis Surtigan.
Here's the thing, though. That's actually very smart because when you look at Kickstarter projects, the highest funding Kickstarter projects are overwhelmingly board games.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
And so why not get, if you're, not necessarily a board game and you can do something that feeds into that, why wouldn't you? That's where the money is.
You
right
should not be sticking that weekender on your back.
Yeah, probably
Unless
not.
you are attempting to murder everyone in the close vicinity.
Yeah, that's true.
I like the look of it. It's just my concern is always what's the quality going to be. You just don't know what you're getting.
I agree. The extension part, I'm worried about the strength of that might not be the same as the thick construction around the other parts that don't have to hide.
Yeah.
I also, personally, you see that bring and buy sale guy there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I run across people like that at a convention, it bothers me because
They're
you
doing
really
this.
are taking up space.
Yes.
You have to be very careful. And I don't see how the backpack is any more useful than just
A bag.
holding the bag.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be going on a trip with this. Like you're carrying it from your car to the gaming thing. It's not like you're hiking from home to the game
Well, some
place.
people take public transportation. Let's
Yeah.
start there. And
Yeah, but even that on public transportation is a
some
tough
people can't
gig.
carry heavy things in their hands, so they need to strap it to their body.
Yeah.
I mean, there are reasons why you would do this, but again, I'm bringing logic into this. I apologize. Go on with your rant.
No! These are unwieldy. They really are. They're not thoughtful of the people around them. I'm sorry, they aren't. They're big and bulky. I don't see
They
what the
are.
point of them is. I like game bags a lot. And if it's a backpack, I could see that again. If you are, let's say, walking somewhere, sure, carry it. But once you get to that location, take it off your back. You shouldn't be wearing this at Gen Con in Essen.
Yeah. No, I think that it can be, if you are going to be wearing something like this, you need to be very, very conscientious of the space around you. And it's hard when you've got 3 feet of games behind you.
I wear a normal size backpack, and just 3 days ago, I knocked something off the wall
That's true.
that broke.
That Z had to fix.
C fixed it. He's my friend. Wait, you fixed it? Wait, is it a trap?
I fixed it.
Oh, he fixed it.
That's the other thing.
Thanksgiving is ruined. Alrighty. All right, folks, we're going to take a small break here, and we're going to be putting a poll in the comments
Oh!
so that you can vote on which of these you like the best before we give ours out.
Oh,
So-
it's the board game bag to annoy people.
Ah.
Well, I mean, you can put the board game bag in, that's fine.
I would put Vitalis Surtigan games in there and be like, "Is that your 6-year-old?" Here we go.
I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese. I'll be right back.
So just look for I'm putting it in twice because the comments are going by so fast. So go in and vote on the poll. All right.
Vote on the
Let's
poll.
go back. Mike, you said you
Vote on
knew
the poll.
immediately what your pick of the week is. What is it?
As soon as I looked at this list and looked through all the games, it was Resurgence. I'm really, really excited about that game. Very
okay.
much looking forward to this. This is clearly my pick of the week. And
I like you said clearly your pick of the week. How
well,
could we
because some weeks are not clear. Some
Oh,
weeks
okay.
I have like 3 or 4 that I'm choosing from. For me, this was the top of my list easily. So I'm looking forward to this a lot.
All right, Z, I'm going to guess yours is...
Axe and Sickle playing cards. That's correct. Yes. Those are sweet. I like everything about them. I like the
Yes.
colors. I generally like mostly black cards.
Wait a minute, I listened to this enough to know some of this is a lie.
I love it so
Roy, you're making me break.
I think this is yours. Am I right?
It's Resurgence also.
Oh, whoa!
This is my second pick.
That would have been my second choice too.
So Resurgence is also Z's pick. That's two people.
Yep.
What do you got?
I'm going with the Hegemony next
Okay.
one. I really think it looks interesting. I like politics that are done in a, well, I mean, like I just played Chaise, and that's garbage because that's too close to real politics.
Yeah.
Also, it's not a very good game. Also, there's many problems with it. Terrible game.
Okay.
Just want to be clear on that. But Hegemony looks interesting. It looks like a solid game. It looks like it's giving me Democker vibes.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm interested in.
I am
like
intrigued
that.
by this. I would absolutely play this. Yeah, no, I'm interested in that as well.
Alrighty, Roy, bring me down again so I can pull the poll up. Let's see what people are saying here. How do I look at the thing here?
What are the people
The results. Here we go. What do you think the people said? I don't know actually.
I don't either, honestly.
I think the.
Oh, all right, bring it up, Roy. Let's take a look.
Wow, really?
Oh,
Hanamikoji
It
got
makes
number
sense.
one.
It makes sense.
Beating Resurgence. I'm gonna turn on the auto refresh here.
Hanamikoji is a known it's a known thing, right? You know what you're getting. It's
right.
already
It's been out for years.
By the way, Megapulse was my very close number two.
Okay.
Really am excited about that one. Christmas Dice. Haha, Z. Let's number 4 position.
All right. Okay.
Christmas Dice.
This is a more exciting racing than all three of those racing games.
That is very true. Yeah.
So the people's choice, Hanamikoji. And then you two picked the same one, which was boring.
Look.
Sorry, I mean, none of the other
It
ones
is
would
what
have
it
been
is.
my pick. The Hegemony game would be way down at the bottom for me, but the
Taj.
Taj, whatever
was
Taj game is,
yeah.
would be second.
Well, guess what, folks? This is the end of our crowdsurfing episode. But get ready, because for the next month, we're going to be in the dregs of Kickstarter.
Oh, you're right. It's going to be.
Because very few big Kickstarters launch during the Christmas season.
That's right.
Because people are spending their money on Christmas.
Yeah.
But if you were going to back a Kickstarter, think about January, because that's when our Kickstarter launches.
Yes.
And we have some of the artwork for it already, which is
Yes,
pretty cool.
very
excited
exciting.
about that. We'll tell you what the theme is this year soonish. Other than that, thanks for watching. This is the last live thing we're doing this week. We're taking tomorrow and Friday off completely. There'll be no videos from the Dice Tower. We'll have some videos we pre-recorded. They're going up Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday, we're back on full bear. Some big reviews coming out next week. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always big reviews, Tom. Always.
And Winter Spectacular is only 2 weeks away. And we got some real cool stuff coming for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
And you've been watching us talk about excellent cards. Extra stuff for people.
Oh,
Yeah.
bonus content.
Non-gaming stuff. Here we go. So let's just jump right into it. Z, this is your Christmas present. I say that.
Magic Wizard
I say
staff?
this a lot. Magic Wizard
It
staff.
catches on real fire or produces real smoke. With steam, But look at this guy. Look at this.
The Chaos Scepter.
I like it. Bam.
Yeah.
Take your Burger King bag
So
out of
what
my
did, what did
face.
he do there? He put a burning bag on it?
Right.
I think it produces a flame and it burns the bag off.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
So
Nah,
if you were
not
to
in
place that
someone's
on
living room,
somebody's
it's not.
head, it would
Look,
catch
I
their hair
love
on
it.
fire.
Look, there's one of them catching on straight fire somewhere.
Boom!
Okay,
Yes!
that also works.
That's fantastic.
Confused.
Your staff can't do that.
That's fantastic.
I'm sorry, that's really dumb.
Okay, well, that also works. But there's one. I think it
Our
catches on
wizard staffs
fire.
actually do wizard things.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh, fog machine staff.
I guess, okay, all joking aside, if you are a cosplayer, you're probably...
Oh, I would be all
man,
over
you'd be
this.
all
the
over.
fog one, but the fire one ain't allowed in any convention center.
No.
The fire one is really good if you're trying to do like your barbecue in the backyard and you want to start up your coals. You have your full
You
regalia.
have your wizard apron,
right?
like, you know.
Yeah.
Welcome, friends, to my... I'll do this tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
You should. You have to-
Kiss
now-
the wizard.
Right.
And
Oh,
you
kiss
have-
the wizard, yes.
And you have your boof.
And you got
your
a full wizard and an apron.
Yes.
And you should be
then your
doing mutton.
seasoning
Yeah.
is in flasks and stuff. So you're like,
Yeah.
that's, you know, it's like your potions.
Right, and it should be like mutton or something, right? Because it should feed into that whole thing.
Tom,
Yeah.
how have you not done this yet? You have about 22 hours to prepare.
That's correct. Let's make it happen.
Estimated delivery January 2018.
Whoa,
What? This is an
that's
old project.
amazing.
All right, moving on.
Oh, look at this guy. That's uncouth. Did this get canceled?
Look,
Go
I
back up.
thought I was the only one to.
It's
It's
dead.
canceled.
Oh,
This was your Christmas
I
gift.
thought I was the only one to stick a razor up my nose.
No,
but that
this
was just because I need a place to hold it while I'm brushing
Again,
my
it's one
hair.
of those things where you're sitting. Also, by the way, this is something I really. So Z got me into using shaving cream with the brush.
Yeah, okay.
Which, thank you, great. I wanted to get one of these holders. Have you looked at the price of those
They
things?
are expensive.
They're like
yes.
$75, and
Why
it just
do you think I just got you
holds
the
it.
brush?
You're not getting a hold.
I don't actually remember what I got you, but
You got me the brush and the straight razor.
Yeah,
I did. Okay.
Right.
It was
And then
all good.
I've
I was
given like several people here
you gave me the straight razor.
safety razors.
Safety
what that
razors,
is.
yeah,
A straight
yeah.
razor would be this thing.
No, you're right. The
Yeah,
safety
yeah.
razor. I was excited when Z gave it to me, and I used it, and I really like it. I still use it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I was going through that stupid, what's that shaving store at the mall?
Oh yeah, the art of shaving.
Right, and I was like,
Yes.
I saw these, and I was like, I want one, because my brush just sits on the side of my desk like a
Right.
heathen.
It's monstrous.
You should.
So I saw it, it was like 80, 100
Yeah, no,
bucks.
no,
I was like, it just holds it.
That
I'm
store
telling you.
is insane also, though.
So I went online and looked at them. They're not cheap either.
They're not cheap.
That's what I'm
Okay.
telling you. You should just hold it in your nostril. That's what I do.
The brush and wine and the razor in the other.
and then you've got your hands free to brush your hair.
This is
I'll
hilarious.
tell you what I don't like about this. It's fine. Okay, so they put the trimmer on the end of the handle.
Right.
Okay, weird, but sure. But this razor vibrates.
It does.
Yo!
If there's anything I'm
no.
looking for in my razor blade, it's
It's a
vibrating.
safety razor.
Yeah, yeah.
You just shave like you would with a disposable.
Also, isn't that
But
a
this one-
horrible shave right there? Look at
He's
that.
not doing a great job.
That's
But he's
awful.
also, watch this, he's moving extremely slowly, probably because he's afraid to like dethrone
He's
himself.
afraid to like lose his jugular. Yeah.
He's about to, just
Yeah.
slash it open.
All right, you might think that's the dumbest project of the week, but wait. Okay, the next one's not a project.
Okay.
This just made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You actually,
The
you
gaming
can't, if you go to
Chaise.
this page, you can't go here unless you tell them that you're like older than 21.
Right.
Well, because it's
Because it's a gin company.
It's a gin, a Hendrick's gin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who lives here? Me neither, but who would?
It's Niles from
You
Frasier.
told me it was the most interesting man in the
yeah,
world.
Yeah, that's who
He
lives there.
he
It's
games
like,
on this
I don't
shit.
always game, but when I do it on a gaming channel.
I'm just trying to figure out, what does his opponent sit on? I think he has a couple servants who have to like sit on the floor
His
and play
opponents
against him.
sit on in a folding chair from Walmart and a TV tray.
This is amazing. It's just so ridiculous.
It
It's
is.
also several $1,000s,
Outrageously
right?
expensive, yeah.
Yes, it's 4,000. Here's the thing. When I first saw the first gaming table ever, I remember that from Geek Chic back in the day.
Yeah.
The Emperor table. I
Yeah.
thought that's ridiculous. But I could imagine someone I knew who owned it.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody. Maybe Brian Pope.
Owns this?
Yes. But I mean, really, there wouldn't be many people who
You
would
don't
own
think
such a thing.
you don't think that Bonacor is rocking this in his conservatory?
It's bright yellow. You can see his car out the window behind him.
It's got Podfather logo on the back.
If this was cheap,
Yeah.
this would be a great gift to get him.
Sure.
This is just insane.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get the whole. And they have a recipe
Right.
for a drink that they're like, oh, inspired by our Chaise. I'm like, okay.
By the way, what does anti-optimized mean?
Anti-optimized. I think that means
It's just a
that,
joke that they're saying
Right.
not for computer gaming, it's for face-to-face interaction, right?
Right.
With who? With the spy you just caught you're about to kill?
Yes.
With Dr.
Yes.
Evil.
I expect you to draw cards.
All right. So someone said it's a backbreaker. Well, let's say you have back problems
Sure, yeah.
and you're having a hard time looking at your iPad. Mm-hmm. This is great.
Magic Shelf.
So this guy.
To be fair, there's something better later if you have back problems.
That is
That's
true.
true.
That is
We'll get
true.
Well,
to
this
that.
one's all about the video. Okay, so this guy. Okay.
Oh, come on! Oh!
What's that happened to you? Dropping a book on your. Yeah, because he just got hit with a head with a
That's
book.
correct. That's correct.
That's when best ideas happen.
Osmosis.
There we go. That's a beautiful idea. Look at this. Oh,
And then
simple installation, right?
He's better dust off that bed. You know?
Right.
There we go. So now
there
he's
we
put
go.
2 shelves on there. One of them's very cute.
Super
It does
shelf.
nothing. The other one
Yeah. Here we go.
is really where it's at. Check us out.
Oh!
Wow, it's amazing. Okay, now be careful with your face as that swivels.
All right, so listen.
There we go.
It says down here. Yeah, so he puts the iPad there. I love
No,
this.
he put a book there. Now he's got the iPad.
This is amazing. I really like it. Magic
Magic
shelf.
shelf.
Bum, bum, bum. Here's what he says. This is my favorite sentence, though. Where does it say? There's a very, very small chance to hit yourself in the head.
But not
0%.
That is fantastic.
What does that mean? For me, 100% chance.
100% chance.
I'm going to hit myself because I'm going to fall asleep.
Right.
And then you wake up and you're like,
Yeah.
come on.
I like it. I
Okay,
like
so
it.
that's not very useful. Okay?
Now you could use the razor in bed if you've got the shelf and you put a mirror up there. You can shave in bed.
But look at this one. This is my favorite picture. I
Yes,
would get this on a
the
wall. and be
lying
like,
down
not all
desk.
heroes stand up.
Correct.
That's what I would put.
That's
So-
fantastic. That is fantastic.
So, let's be nice. Apparently, the person who did this has back problems,
Sure.
I guess, right? I
Right.
just think there's a better way.
Let's be honest. Nobody would invent this
No.
unless they had real serious back
That's
problems.
correct.
Well, yeah, but how did he build it himself, right? So, again, I think,
Well, he did it lying down.
Yeah.
again, the do-it-yourself license here is $25. So,
All right,
you can
sure.
get him to do it for you for $625.
a lot of money, yeah.
It's $838.
The thing about this is, he looks comfortable. I'd be lying if I said he doesn't look comfortable. The keyboard thing, he's got some sort
It's
of...
one of those ergonomic keyboards.
Yeah,
that's
it's in halves.
It's in
right.
halves, yes.
So he's clicking, he's typing. You can never look at it, so your typing better be flawless, okay? Because you can never glance at it.
Right.
Not like this. You can't
Right.
get up. You know that would defeat the purpose. Also, you better not have a cat or a dog. 'Cause when they come
Correct.
over, they'll be typing all sorts of things
Yes,
for you, crawling on your
absolutely.
face and all that.
Also, if this is your office at work, about once a day, someone's going to report you.
That's
As
correct.
in, like, there's a guy, he's down. Call the ambulance, they come in.
You have to put a sign up that says, "Nothing's wrong. This is how I desk."
Nothing to see here. Yeah, this is fantastic.
There's got to be an ergonomic chair, but I think he said that in the thing, right? He couldn't afford one.
Right.
I think it was in the video.
Yes,
This
they're
would
too
also
be-
expensive.
He
this
showed
would
like
be,
$1,000 ones though.
This would also be great if you're in a Zoom call, right? Just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And people have to figure out what they're looking at here.
like, is he laying
Are
down?
you on the floor?
Is that a carpet background? Yeah.
That would be really
Oh, and a
good.
bug crawls by.
Your cat is crawling over
Yeah,
your
like
face.
they see the back of a cat coming to the frame. They're like, "Is that a cat on your wall?"
Is this Inception? What is happening here?
Alrighty. Well, that's what I want for Christmas.
This is great.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna build you one, Tommy.
Build me one.
Okay.
All
Just-
right. That's all we got, right?
Yeah, we're done. Happy Thanksgiving.
I think we're really done this time.